Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to talk about Avengement, the new Scott Adkins starring action thriller movie, which just came out this year. Actually just released on DVD and everything, June 4th, on my birthday. So yes, I pre-ordered a copy. I have the copy right here. And you guys know I've been doing a lot of action, martial arts movie reviews, mainly Jean-Claude Van Damme, but also quite a few of Scott Adkins, as well as Dolph Lundgren and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yeah, it's just a genre I really enjoy at this point, especially those stars I mentioned here. And Scott Adkins, I think he's the best action star around today. That's in his prime anyway. And Avengement was one I was looking forward to quite a bit. Also, ironically, that the pre-order release was on June 4th. So I thought that was a bit of a coincidence, or a little irony anyway. But yeah, I was looking forward to this movie quite a bit. We'll talk about the basic premise at first. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, we'll talk about the basic premise at first, which is, on a prison furlough, a lowly criminal evades his guards and returns to his old stomping grounds to take revenge on the people who turned him into a cold-blooded killer. Yeah, that's basically Google's sum up of the movie. I just thought it'd be better than me, jumping around and trying to, explain everything in sporadic order or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Scott Adkins, he starts as, I don't want to say a normal guy, but a guy with, something to, live for, something to keep him sort of trying to go about his days as normal as he can with the kind of life or the kind of people that are around him. And when he gets screwed over, he basically is forced to sort of snap and turn into this cold-blooded killer or psychopath, as it's called in the film, to survive. And he really goes full on with it. This is probably one of Scott Adkins' most unique looks. Because if you guys notice a lot in the movie, he uses these, he has these, silver, grills, for teeth, because the doctors in there wouldn't, just give him like actual dentures or whatever it is. So he really embraces that, and not since Yuri Boyka have I seen Scott Adkins play a character with this much energy, this much sort of basically unhinged. He's just batshit crazy in this movie. Yet he's still really smart and sort of precise with what he's going about here. It's a pretty straightforward movie. It's not a big mystery or anything like that. I did like the format of it though, because there are quite a few flashbacks in this movie, but they sort of intermix it with Scott Adkins holding these people up at a bar. Everyone's connected to how he went in, including his brother. And through that, we're basically taken through basically how he got there. So I intermix that, some fight scenes then with what's going on at the current point. And I think it made for better pacing, because if they had like all the pre-stuff, him going in prison and everything, it probably would have slowed down the movie, which I wouldn't have minded personally. But this way I feel like it gives a more kinetic sort of pace that meshes with the kinetic style of the story and the character. And a lot of it is revolved around the conflict between him and his brother. He just loses his mother in the movie, so there's a lot of sort of backstory there, different sort of perspectives on that. And I thought the actor who played his brother did a convincing job as well. But Scott Adkins is definitely the point and the star of the film, and he's great with it. Like I say, he brings a lot of energy to it. I'd probably say that since Boyka, this is probably his role where he just got to really let loose. I mean, he had a good personality in Accident Man, for example, but this guy is just, really just blazing off. And for good reason too. And the action is great. It's very violent. The prison stuff you see in the trailer. And he was really, proud of the work they did in the main bar fight and the climax, and it is very good. Hardly any cuts at all. Only cuts are to change camera angles. Besides that, it's just, straight on. You see Atkins doing all stuff. Atkins is the man these days, and it really shows in this movie. It gives a satisfying and good ending. It is not, overly complex. It's a bit predictable where it's going, but it's not, promising to be anything that it isn't. This is about what they're hyping it up to be, and I think it delivers on that. And with that, I think this movie really nailed down the adrenaline they were trying to convey as well. And so in that, I think this movie is very successful. It doesn't have it doesn't take itself overly seriously either. There's a bit of humor sprinkled throughout. It is a bit over the top without being unrealistic with its violence, despite the overly awful things that are happening to these people. It's not like a grindhouse thing or anything like that either. So yeah, I really enjoyed Avengement. I don't think it's one of my very favorite Atkins movies, but it definitely stands out, and it's definitely one of the most well put together and nailed down of them, I think. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Definitely glad I pre-ordered it. Definitely check it out if you guys haven't, or if you got any theater screenings near you. If you're lucky enough for that, go for it. But if not, just order as soon as you can on Amazon. It's just like $10. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe, and if I had to rate Avengement, I give it a B, 85%. Very, very solid, and exactly what they were going for. And they, like I said, definitely did succeed. So yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.